Welcome to Learning with Story and Conversation. In this video, we'll explore the remarkable life of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. From his humble beginnings in a log cabin to his enduring legacy as a champion of freedom and equality, Lincoln's story is one of perseverance and profound impact. Let's dive into his journey and discover the key events that shaped his presidency and his place in history. Chapter 1. Early life, 1809 to 1830. Abraham Lincoln was born on February 12, 1809, in a log cabin in Hardin County, Kentucky. His family was poor, and he had little formal education, but he was passionate about learning and taught himself many subjects. His mother died when he was 9, and his stepmother later encouraged his self-education. Lincoln spent his youth working on farms, cutting wood, and taking odd jobs to help his family. He eventually moved to Illinois, where he continued to work hard and develop his intellectual skills. Chapter 2. Early political career, 1831 to 1854. In 1831, Lincoln moved to New Salem, Illinois, and took a job as a store clerk. He soon became involved in local politics and was elected to the Illinois state legislature in 1834 as a member of the Whig Party. Lincoln taught himself law, passed the bar exam, and became a successful lawyer. His early political career focused on economic development, infrastructure, and opposing slavery's expansion. He gained a reputation for being honest and hardworking, which earned him the nickname Honest Abe. Chapter 3. Lincoln-Douglas Debates and National Fame, 1858. Lincoln gained national attention in 1858 during his debates with Stephen A. Douglas in their race for a U.S. Senate seat from Illinois. Though Lincoln lost the election, his powerful arguments against the expansion of slavery and his defense of human equality made him a prominent figure in the newly formed Republican Party. His House Divided speech famously proclaimed that the nation could not endure permanently half slave and half free, which resonated with many Americans. Chapter 4. Presidential Election and Secession Crisis, 1860 to 1861. In 1860, Lincoln was elected as the 16th President of the United States, representing the Republican Party. His election caused outrage in the southern states, which feared that his anti-slavery policies would threaten their way of life. As a result, several southern states seceded from the Union and formed the Confederacy, setting the stage for the Civil War. Lincoln's primary goal during this time was to preserve the Union, and he worked tirelessly to prevent the conflict from escalating. Chapter 5. The Civil War and the Emancipation Proclamation, 1861 to 1863. The Civil War began in April 1861 with the Confederate attack on Fort Sumner. Lincoln, as Commander-in-Chief, led the Union through the war's darkest days. In 1863, Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, which declared all slaves in Confederate territory free. Although it didn't immediately free all slaves, it marked a turning point in the war and made the abolition of slavery a central goal of the Union's fight. Lincoln's leadership and his ability to unite the North under the cause of freedom helped change the course of history. Chapter 6. Gettysburg Address and Victory, 1863 to 1865. In November 1863, Lincoln delivered the Gettysburg Address at the dedication of the Soldiers' National Cemetery, honoring the fallen soldiers of the Battle of Gettysburg. His brief but impactful speech emphasized the principles of equality and liberty that the Union was fighting to preserve. The war continued, but by 1865, Union forces under General Ulysses S. Grant began to achieve decisive victories. On April 9, 1865, Confederate General Robert E. Lee surrendered at Appomattox Courthouse, effectively ending the Civil War. Chapter 7. Assassination and Legacy, 1865. Just days after the Civil War ended, Lincoln was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth while attending a play at Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. on April 14, 1865. His death shocked the nation. Lincoln was remembered as a martyr who had fought for freedom, justice, and the preservation of the Union. His legacy continues to inspire future generations, and he is widely regarded as one of the greatest American presidents, known for his leadership during the Civil War and his dedication to ending slavery. Chapter 8: Legacy and Memorials. Lincoln's legacy is celebrated through numerous memorials, including the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., and his face on Mount Rushmore. He is remembered as a symbol of freedom and equality, and his speeches, such as the Gettysburg Address, continue to resonate as some of the most important documents in U.S. history. His leadership and vision helped shape the nation into what it is today, committed to liberty and justice for all.
Thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon.